Go. Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Dr. Joy, Pre-HD, Montique, and Callie. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 14. So much disrespect, talking about Marsau. I guess while we let people come on, I'm going to share it, and Jordan and all of us will share it to some groups. Will you all rate the episode?
I'd give it a 6.
I agree about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I agree too.
You could tell this at the end of the season. They needed to have Kimmie tell them, but good God, they dragging this out.
I'm ready for this to be over. A lot of the people on like comments were saying we're ready for the reunion. This is dragging it out now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm echoing. I ain't shared it with anybody. Okay, so let me just ask the question and then we'll go and I'll share it. So nothing really stood out to y'all this episode. I gotta find my notes.
The only thing
Marsau.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing new though, but Marsau is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you do think he's disrespectful?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, what did
Okay.
he tell Tisha? No, Tisha, you're always wrong.
I
Tisha, you are
know.
always wrong. I'm like, wow.
Y'all know I stained for some Marsau.
I do too. I really do like it, but that was so wrong.
That was awful.
And she just sits there and cries. And then she tried to talk cocky. She tried to be Wonder Woman. And we, I ain't jealous. Don't say that. And then she dropping a tear. So I thought, okay, she's been practicing, and he gonna go and throw her under the bus like that.
Honey, they didn't have a script for that one, did they, Callie? You know they've been scripting stuff out.
Ridiculous.
So what do you think, Joy?
My husband was watching this scene with me. He had a whole argument. We had a whole argument
about what?
When Marsau had first told Tisha that she was jealous, and my husband was saying she is jealous. I said, David, I would kick you in your throat if you said that to me on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so we argued over whether or not I actually didn't say kick. I said whether I would really.
I'm gonna say, Joy, can your little leg get up there? How to kick him in his throat? Even though I always tell people I'm gonna kick him in their throat, my leg ain't long enough.
And he was like, "Why you get so violent over there?" I don't even think he heard how disrespectful that was.
Mm-hmm.
That
it's crazy.
And it wasn't about whether or not it's true. It's about Marsau knows what the internet is saying about her.
Mm-hmm.
And Marsau knows, and he did mention this, that there's this thing that people keep trying to say that he really likes Mel.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, if nothing else, he should have profusely apologized. Yes. I ain't give a care about you getting mad and walking out and doing all that. That was jacked up. It was so disrespectful.
I didn't do our disclaimer. Let me do it real quick. I was like, something is wrong with me. Everything we say is allegedly an entertainment purpose only, solely our opinion. Join in if you want to come in. We'll let people come in at the end to give their opinions, and we don't care if you don't agree with us. We like a little disagreement here and there.
Wait a minute, can we address this? Wait a minute, Red and when he said that her looked like Cruella de Vil, I was like I was talking because Mel, the same bag that Tisha got hers from, Mel got hers from.
Well, people were saying Mel
they were talking about that.
They were saying Mel looked like a skunk.
I think what's happening
and then when Tish showed up with the same thing.
Style that they're trying to bring.
It is. Giselle did it first with that chunky style.
I was just thinking about that. Mm-hmm. Like this is something that you're either gonna really like, and it's crazy. I gray like that.
What did Giselle do?
With that little chunky style with the that's what she had. That wig everybody talked about.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, girl.
That was her first confessional look. Her first confession. Did you see? Girl, we gotta talk about that.
Right.
Let's go out.
Okay, we'll do that on Potomac. I'll get those pictures. I said Tish stole Mel's two-tone hair. Well, I guess she did it. I guess Giselle did it first. Ain't that crazy?
And I said in one of the groups, I said, if y'all think about it, I love Huntsville. I would live there. I told y'all that we actually have considered moving there because I went to school there. Anyway, My daughter did too, and my husband liked them. Anyway, God, I forgot my point.
Dory.
What was we talking about?
I don't know, Dory.
It was Huntsville ain't nothing but a 10 by 10 for real. It's a nice city with a lot of stuff in it because it's an up and coming city. It's actually the largest city in Alabama now. It has outgrown Birmingham. So, and it's a whole lot of people moving there, kind of similar to what you see in Atlanta. And it's a lot of elite people moving there. My point for saying this is it's still small, relatively small. So it's not a whole lot of stylists that live there that are like really good. So they're either finding those that they like or trust, or maybe some person is coming in from, I don't know, say Atlanta or Nashville or whatever. Whatever the situation is, they're literally getting stuff out the same bags.
Well, they ain't getting it from Madani. Are they getting it from Madani?
I think it's an accident. Do y'all not remember the jacket that Mel had on in confessionals and how many times it was worn on reality TV? These stylists are pitching these clothes and they get word that they're good, but they all wearing the same thing.
Well, honey, this needs to go. Well, I think my hair might be two-toned too. Let me hush.
I like it though. I don't see it's different. I don't see it as bad. Because things happen. We used to do highlights. Highlights was what we did. But I remember I don't like it because half my family is hers like that. Ours just gray, just
that's Madani's clothes.
It ain't over in my big old puff that I normally wear over here. It ain't in there.
So let's talk about the scheduling of the date time. Do you agree with trying to schedule it even if you have to show up dressed up to work at Black? You know, Marsau and Tish are scheduling their date time around everything. So would y'all do that, or would you just want it?
It's actually a good thing. That lets them know that both of them are taking it seriously. Because just think, if they both showed up, when you go to date night, you look cute on date night. I can respect.
Oh, she said my hair is ombre. Thank you. Okay, I'm making sure that I don't look like them.
I like that though. I like it when it's like that. I like it when it's highlighted.
Thank you. I was like, I'm talking about these people, and I'm doing the same thing. But I do that anyway. So should he have said to Mel then, look, today's my date night with my woman. I can't meet with you today.
He should have did what Tish suggested. He should have told his wife first. He should never be off guard on that.
Who agrees with that? Should he have told her first?
Only because of the history. She knows that he thinks Melody is, the Alabama Beyonce, and he would love to have some private time. Okay, and so
the Bama Beyonce.
He should have said something. I mean, he should have said something to her first.
I agree.
He knows I just hate how he just talks so bad to her.
I normally could defend him because usually she says something off. You can't defend me
at all.
There's no way around it.
To put out the jealous wife. Like, he shouldn't even have made that comment.
So you are saying what all the bloggers are saying. Can you imagine your husband digging into your own insecurity?
And that's what he does.
That's his way of controlling her. That's his way of controlling her,
so
baby. Just listen to me and I got you. See.
So Tori's looking at the opposite. She's saying that Tish did prove him right because she was jealous. And it shows there's no trust in their marriage.
Well, she said she wasn't jealous.
She wasn't. That wasn't the issue. None of us are arguing whether or not it's true.
Yeah, I mean, she never said it though.
We do that.
She's not.
He should never do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrible.
He should never do that.
And remember, we was hoping that they cut it up, that he didn't do it. Remember, we talked about it after.
Right. We sure did.
Oh no, honey, he did it. I was like,
I was hoping he was talking to somebody before her, because I recognized the clothes, but I was hopeful that wasn't what I thought it was. I feel sad.
So, what's the difference in showing up?
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
All the work and the timing and the plain, I don't want to say plain acting that they've been doing to show that they were cohesive, he
Mm-hmm.
just washed it
He
away.
did.
He just washed it away. I don't even think he realizes that.
Okay, Red said, I really hate to say it, but Tish wants to be Melody. Mel tried to show Tish the ropes, but Marsau stopped that really quick. Do y'all believe she wants to be Mel?
No.
I think she wants to be Tisha, doing everything that Melody does.
I don't think
I can
so.
see that. I feel like she thinks that they're both on the same platform, and
Mm-hmm.
Mel has these opportunities, and she's a business. And Tisha's a businesswoman too, but it just seems like Beyonce, Bama Mel is kind of in a better situation.
And I don't know. Oh, we already had this conversation. Y'all got
Go
mad,
ahead.
man. I was just gonna say, and what she need to do is invest in doing a hairline because her hair is beautiful. But y'all went nuts so
No,
the
it's
last
fine.
time I said that.
It was because it was off of the thing where somebody had just posted about Mel's kids was jealous of the hair. It was off of that.
I
And
thought
Mel
it was off of when Sugar Mama, she announced Sugar Mama. And
yeah,
that's
that's
what
what it was
because
off
it
of.
wasn't
Yeah.
about that. I
Yeah.
thought it was just about, it could have been about the hair, maybe people making digs at Mel. See, I don't look at children like that. In my mind, the kind of healthy hair that you see Tisha with is just, it's
Genetic sometimes.
it's not, yeah, and it's not always the norm. The way Mel's kids was how mine look. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I didn't see that as I hated that people turn that against her children. You know, why you doing a hair care line for your children or skincare when your children's hair? I didn't like that. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
like
what
the narrative. But I when you come across somebody who's all of their children have healthy hair, you do tend to ask, girl, what you put on their head? What kind of liquid crack you got?
But I mean,
I
people do
don't
that
tend to
with
ask
Kimmie,
that.
and they say that hers is just genetic. She shouldn't.
It's
Yeah.
possible. It's really possible. Because Tish, come to think of it, if you watch like the first season, Tish wasn't wearing weave.
No, she wasn't.
That
Now
looked
she just
like
started.
her hair.
It was. She had pieces added, like clips
So she looks
sometimes.
like she keeps a pretty healthy head.
Yeah, she does. She's mad. She thinks that Mel is the star. I was saying that too, but Mel gets more recognition. I remember I read somewhere where Tish said, or she did an interview. She said her and Marsau were the most hated people on the show, and I didn't agree with that.
They are.
You think so?
Oh, definitely. And and I'll say this because it's kind of by default. Martell is probably the most hated, but
Right.
I kind of get where people are saying, and that's because Martell is still connected to Melanie. And like his stains were going crazy the last couple of weeks. They only took happiness in the fact that they know this is all short lived. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, the groups were, yeah, because everything it looked like, and I can only go. We all know we watching a heavily edited show.
Yes.
Melanie was taking all these digs, so Martell was the bigger person.
He
Oh,
was.
you know, that sort of thing. You know, they all they could take stylists in is, we know this short lived. Just think that all this time he filing for full custody.
That made me mad.
Right. So it's like y'all are a mess.
Because you sitting there eating that lady shrimp and sitting in her bed, and you done filed for full custody, Martell. That ain't right. Talking about we gonna go to parent counseling. Marsha said, y'all, Tish is definitely the most disliked among the women.
I definitely agree.
Why is that, Marsha?
Look, why y'all think that? Good question.
Yeah, why do y'all think that?
I do think because of the first two seasons, for the same reason why I didn't like Tisha season 1 and 2. Tisha, for whatever reason, that still doesn't make sense to me. The only thing I can think of rationally is by things that they were saying is the real true story of how they were separated before they got this show, and they got back together for the show. We will also find out that it was Martell that went to them and said, don't talk about the affair.
Not Mel. That was in the preview.
It wasn't Mel. Martell said, don't talk about the affair.
Somebody said Marsha said she comes off as weak. Do y'all think she comes off as weak?
Yes,
she, for whatever reason, latched on to this story and wanted to expose Melanie. Like Melanie was already clear and let us know that there was an affair.
Right.
But just to come to think of it, on the second half of the first season, the very first episode, and this is why I think about this periodically, and I see this in her, when she sat up in Kimmie's office and said, I do have a girl's picture, I could release it. To me, that's wicked. Yeah. And I don't know if y'all remember, whoever it could have, people try to argue that it was Mel that leaked the picture. All I know is the episode after that, her picture was leaked.
Did you leak it, Joy?
I did not, but
somebody dropped it. I know Joy received it.
Yeah, because here is my thing. And I know that although I do sometimes think it was somebody else, somebody dropped her pictures in my inbox.
Right.
I put them on a post, but I got scared and I removed it.
You felt something in your heart.
I did. It didn't feel right because I knew that they're characters, but they real people.
That's true. It's a real life.
And it is. And this was somebody's real life. So I took it down. Well, I ain't got no control over what was snapped.
Somebody else did.
Yeah, and somebody else did.
So,
but I wasn't the first one to leak it because I got it from somebody, and I know it was off of Instagram.
Oh, so do you agree with this, that she's hating Mel? Why Scott's talking about adultery? So they can talk about Mel and Martell's issues. They don't want anybody to talk about theirs. Do you agree with that?
That's true. I think Tisha, her conversation on that would be so delusional, and he's not cheating. I know he's not cheating, and she just saying that it would be a sad, depressing conversation because she has programmed her mind that everything anybody else is saying is a lie, which is good. But the other side of that is she thinks her husband is right about everything, and we all know
I actually don't think she does.
Huh? You don't?
No, I think she covers more so. But whatever Kiki knew, they all knew. Whatever Kiki knew.
Everybody in the family knew. Because
everybody knew.
I remember that was like, no.
So, everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
She knows. Yeah. I just think that she's doing what I always kind of like. She covers her husband while she with him.
But he don't cover her.
He don't. That's the sad part. I was so disappointed with him. Like it was.
Joy, they want to know what picture. It's a picture of her with the BMW, right?
It was that picture, and it was the picture of her in a garage. Yeah, in like a parking garage.
She started off.
Yeah, go ahead, Callie, read that.
She wanted a career outside the home. She wanted her husband to pitch in at home, and Mel had that. Tisha was jealous. Yeah, I agree, and I think a lot of people agree.
So true. Callie, Tish has programmed her mind. I agree. Oh, you didn't see that, Red? Okay, Joy, Red didn't see it.
Yeah, it was the first. It's the same picture that would make Tisha say you and your husband and the girlfriend got a matching BMW.
So I have a question.
That's where that comes from. It's from that picture.
And it wasn't even a matching BMW. It wasn't,
right? Because his was like gray and hers was like red.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question. So Tish was like, I only went to Destin, the house, because Martell invited me. I don't really, Mel is my enemy. Does that make sense to you?
This is one of those days I'll be like, Tish.
Like you can show up there and kiki and play games and act like you like this lady, and then the next scene over, act like you can't even be in the same, be cordial with her. I don't understand that.
I think it was, to me, I think it was a clear case of, why are you talking to her alone? One of the first things she said was, we should be on a group text or something.
Yeah.
I mean, so I kind of agree with her. You as a married man should not be so loose with another woman, married or single.
I mean, I agree with that. Anyways, I agree with that.
Especially one that the whole internet, I mean, they were on a panel together somewhere, and Marsau was looking at her. He could have been looking at her for 10 minutes or 10 seconds, but somebody snapped a picture and posted it on the internet and said, see, he's so in love with Mel. You just never know.
Yeah.
And the reality is, it's funny to Marsau and Melanie because they know they ain't doing nothing.
Ain't nothing. Right.
But it's hurtful to Tisha.
And he don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's
but
not.
I think it's sad that I think Melanie and them have been so close over the years. Not necessarily good friends, that too close, but it's kind of disrespectful for her to think that that Melody would even mess with her husband.
But this is the issue. This is the biggest part.
He in no way adds up to Martell.
This is the part that jacked up the most, in my opinion, about Marsau. All of the her and Tisha's beef is really because it's in response to basically saying your husband is cheating. Marsau ain't mad at her. That's why I always think that Marsau really hasn't cheated, because Marsau isn't mad at her. I mean, because these rumors
he's not mad at Mel.
Yeah, he's not mad at Mel.
I done did. No, we agree with that.
I think he has a really good NDA.
Right. I don't know.
Because I don't know that Tisha can handle
it. So Tori again said, why she have to change? Because so him and Mel have been meeting up for a long time. And they used to have the best scenes. I was really sad because this was not the good scene that he wanted. They used to have the best scenes together. But Mel is over him. When she found out that he was at that Atlanta trip and he had met her and all that, I think that took away her like for Marsau. That ended them.
I don't know how she didn't know that, and I knew that. I would be honest, I didn't necessarily know about this trip, of course, but Coleslaw had been repeatedly saying, I hate to say that, Coleslaw.
I know.
The girl had repeatedly said that there were times when her and Martell wasn't communicating at all, that she always went through Marsau. It's a couple of things that she was pretty clear. So even if you didn't think that, Marsau is cheating, I tend to think that he hasn't. I also think
Justina don't agree.
He has. I think that he was, what's the word? In his Martell's affair with, he helped him. He
did. He helped him be a cheating man.
He did. He was the go-between, the middleman.
He was the go-between.
He really was.
At some point, he and that girl were not communicating. She said that she used to contact Marsau for money if she needed money, and he would deal with. I mean, she been saying this.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. I don't understand why she didn't know that. Maybe
she didn't believe her though.
It's possible. I don't know why she ain't lied. This is what's crazy.
Know.
She ain't lied about nothing yet.
She probably finally figured out this Laura ain't lied about a dang on thing.
Yeah, she ain't lied about nothing yet.
So do you agree that she said she's my enemy? I'm not supporting anything she sells.
Yeah, you went to her house to interrupt the vacation. Okay.
I think that's what I'm saying. Marsau respects Mel. Do y'all think?
I think had Marsau, I don't know what his intentions were to even. Well, initially he was trying to speak with her with Tish, but I don't think it was a good idea for him to even talk to Mel about that on camera. That was such a personal situation. It's certain things I wouldn't have wanted to mention on camera unless I had your approval. And this, I don't know if y'all know what he's talking about. Do anybody? For those that may not know, let me tell y'all this. Remember, Marsau said he wanted to talk to Melanie about his brother. This is what I believe he was talking about, because this is around the same time, right after the COVID and everything.
I'm gonna take that down.
Mark, Marsau's brother, insinuated that Melanie, this was supposed to be like a response from something that Miss Van said about him not really taking care of his children, or it was something regarding his children. because he went on a rant about his children and what he does for his children. And then, according to Mark, he insinuated that at least I don't give mine away. And in the post, he was saying, or people concluded that he was saying that Miss Van had adopted had put a child up for adoption, a boy, a male. And that's what they were talking around in that scene. That's why he was like, that's what they were talking around. That and Mel was like, I don't want to talk about my mother. Mother's not here, but that's what it was about.
So, Tori and anyone else watching, Marsau, you guys, had you heard that before about her putting a baby up for adoption?
I heard. I'm trying to find it.
On bad terms.
I'm trying to find it too. I found the 2 posts that he posted right before it, but I can't find that one.
Because that's a pretty big topic. I don't know how I didn't catch that part.
I think we talked about it on here.
I remember talking about Marsau being the father of his cousin's baby.
Now that was one too. Do y'all remember that? Where
But then when the dinner happened, Tisha was.
I'm gonna look for it in a minute. Okay, let me go to my next question so we can keep this moving.
We didn't talk about the beginning. Something happened at the very, very beginning. What was the first scene?
I got the first scene was them meeting for date night, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said I heard it in a couple groups, and I saw Mark said it in a group.
Okay, yeah. So I know I ain't crazy. I was just trying to find it. I can't find that post, but I did.
It's not okay to talk about Miss Van, but they don't want anybody talking about their mother. That's true too.
What?
That they don't want anybody talking about Wanda, but they be talking about Miss Van. What do y'all think about the new male Sheree post? What do y'all think about that?
What post? What
so Kimmie said that she wanted to meet Sheree. And so Micah, I think is one of the brothers, he did a post. And on the post he said the new male.
And it was a picture of
Sheree with Kimmie. Would you want to be called the new of your ex, whatever?
It would not have been disrespectful had he not.
I don't think
Melody
he put
in
that
that
on there.
Of his.
I don't think he put that on there.
He did. It was on Instagram, and it was his own post. I sent it to y'all. It was on his Facebook.
I saw the post, but I thought
it was his Facebook post. It was Micah's. Go to his Facebook page. It's on his Facebook page. He posted.
Why would he do it?
So why are the men in this family willing to get so deep into these females' business?
It was. I know that it was in response to Kimmie saying she wanted to meet Sheree. So it was a picture of Kimmie and Sheree, like she met Sheree.
But but why would he do that?
That's silly to me.
Kelly, are you talking?
Lost family feud.
There she go.
Can't even mind their own family, let alone win a game.
Because it's not on Facebook. It's not on his Facebook page.
Hold on, Mike. What's his name?
I'm looking on, unless it's
Michael Scott.
Unless he changed the setting for that particular picture.
What is going on with the men on these shows lately?
Girl, men in Alabama sassy. And this not
because if somebody would have put on a picture, the new Kiowa, whatever Mark's old wife, Maurice's old wife's name was, they be living. And that's why I don't understand why they feel like they can do that.
Well, Mel didn't appreciate. I don't know if y'all seen the post she been doing.
I saw some of hers.
I saw something. Yeah, which one are you referring to?
He was on Twitter. Here it is.
Here it is. This is his post. He must have took it down. I'm gonna share it. Yeah, is that it? Yeah.
That's the new male. That is so sad. Sheree doesn't need to be the new male. Sheree is Sheree.
She's Sheree.
And them little Scott boys need to stop acting like little girls.
What?
Here go one.
Yeah, I got that. I can share them if y'all want.
Thank you, Melody. I saw that one.
It's because they itches.
Exactly, Red. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. You think about the drama that comes from the men in that family, child.
And I mean, Martell and Sheree don't want to be part of this either. It's like they put everybody else in it. Because if I was Sheree, I would not want that. I think it's more of a dig to Sheree than it is to Mel. I just wouldn't want. Do
And
y'all?
then
Marvelous
Marsau's
and Maurice
comment
was a barber.
about Melody being or Sheree being an upgrade from coleslaw. I think that's what Gloria said. They're talking
Yes,
about coleslaw. What
she was
y'all think
talking about
about
Coke.
that? Because initially I thought they were talking about Sheree being an upgrade for Melody. And then I believe it was Gloria said no, and he was talking about coleslaw.
Yeah, because he
Either
said
way, he
when he
is
was low.
so shady. And I do
I
like
didn't like
Marsau.
what
But
he
I
said
mean,
about
I
it.
get what he's talking about. Mel is okay with him. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me
Well,
go.
we don't know if she's
I
okay
don't
with
really
him
know. But
because
it,
when
it
she don't
is
want her ex to win, because I mean, she said she wanted him to win. Do y'all not believe that?
no.
Okay.
Absolutely
What?
not.
Joy, what? Wait a minute, hold on. That must have been something about Martell. What was the question,
You
Monty?
know it is, honey. When it comes to Martell,
Mm-hmm.
Joy is,
Because she
oh,
was quick to
honey,
say
if
no,
y'all
wasn't
don't
she?
know. So I said, do you believe that Mel wants Martell to win, or does she want him to stay down in the gutter where he belongs?
Um, I'm just gonna shut up.
I do agree Sheree is an upgrade from Coleslaw. Well, anybody would
I
be.
think she'll upgrade for Melody too.
Yeah, right. She done buried a convict. She live in the house
Joy,
with her mama and saying her mama name. It took her 14 years to get a business started. How is she an upgrade? Explain that to me.
it.
Uh,
I'm not
Melody
gonna
wants
even
to
talk
get
about these
where
two women like that.
Sheree is. You can't. I mean, look, I don't particularly care about Sheree. If she on the show, I don't stain for her. I ain't never stained for her.
I
I've
can't
never
tell.
thought that she was great TV. But as far as when you think about Housewives, legendary cast, although she wasn't my favorite, you cannot talk about Who Gonna Check Me Boo any different than Bam or Boo.
You
She,
talking about a meme?
I'm talking about reality
But
TV.
She is not.
so you're. Oh yeah, no.
Y'all
Okay.
don't think
Mm-mm.
so?
Hell no. Sheree
No.
took her 15 years to make a Sheba Shasheen.
And it took Melody 15 hours or less. I
I
Right.
mean,
don't think
so
I don't think Sheree wanted to do that. I've been
But then
told
why
y'all
she
this.
making us think she want what she want to do then, Joy?
It's no way you're gonna convince me that she been wanting to do this, and it's been 15 years.
So what is Sheree wanting to do then? Give me something that Sheree wants to do.
Have a storyline. You know what I
So
mean?
Latoya
that's an
said Sheree
upgrade.
is not an upgrade when she don't pay her
I
bills, child.
mean,
Sheree don't even want to pay people in her bills. She don't even want to pay her bills. I'm trying to figure this
Marsau was
out, Joy.
intentionally being shady. I
Would
just
you okay? I have a question. If somebody wanted you to make a dress for them and you was a seamstress, would you make a dress for Sheree
no, I
or would you
would.
make a dress
She
for
got to pay
Melody?
me up front.
Okay, who
She
gonna
got
pay?
to pay me up front.
Okay, that's a good question. Can you really see Sheree with the Holtz kids?
no.
What do y'all think?
Mm-mm.
I would want a girl. That would have been. Ain't no way I would be 52 years old date no man with a toddler.
Me either.
I mean, I didn't necessarily. I mean, here's the thing. I just couldn't imagine being 52 dating a man with a toddler. I just can't.
What did y'all think about them
It don't make no
kids?
sense to me.
Not somebody said Sheree don't even have a high school diploma. Now y'all leave. Now y'all going deep on Sheree, okay? Y'all going deep. Don't be.
I did hear that. I did hear that, by the way.
What?
That's
Yeah,
right,
I
Latoya.
did
You
hear
You
better
better
pay
that.
up
get them
front.
coins up front.
I have no
Get
idea
your
if
square
it's
reader
true, but
ready.
that's not the first time I've heard that. But I mean, she can just get it though.
Yeah,
She can go get her GED.
she
That
can.
GED hard. I
Listen,
don't even know if I could pass the math for her.
and then she can't even get a look. Sheree is not an upgrade. Does Sheree have a business license? I mean, I don't even think I know she ain't got a builder's license, but does she even have a business license?
Y'all so wrong.
Joy, I'm just saying.
I,
What do
well, I
y'all
don't
think
think they
about?
should be compared, but when people want to be that petty, I mean, then I don't think they should be because Sheree, in her own way, is legendary. No
Yes,
matter how
That's
long
what
it
I
took her to put her
but
mean.
little
she's not an
clothing line
That's
out,
upgrade.
but she's not necessarily an
Callie, that's where I'm
upgrade,
coming
though.
from.
Yeah,
Like everybody know Sheree.
And
Everybody
everybody know
don't know
Melody.
Melody.
Everybody knows Melody.
I agree with you,
I know a
Yvette.
lot of people that don't watch Huntsville.
think
I
Mel
hear people say, I
was
keep
gonna be
hearing
confusing
about
for
this
money.
show. Is
He
it
will call
good?
back.
But you have to remember that this season, they're only in the 500,000.
Yeah.
So, half the audience that they have than Atlanta.
Yeah, but Bravo and OWN are totally different too. Like
That's
the
what I was
ratings.
saying.
The
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah. I
For
just,
OWN's numbers, Huntsville is amazing.
I
You
agree.
know, yeah.
Michael
I
Knight
agree.
called
Not
out
the
Sheree.
late great Michael Knight called her out. Yes, he did, honey. And
What
you
do you
talking
mean?
about
What did he say? I don't
she don't
remember that.
she tried to have a fashion show with no fashions. And he tried to help. You know, he's from Project Runway.
Well, I
He
know,
tried
but
to help her.
He
he didn't
did.
call her
Yeah, he
out.
did. He said he was so
Yeah.
frustrated with that conversation. I
Yeah.
actually remember. I couldn't tell you what I said 2 minutes ago, but I can remember he was like, all these basketball
Yeah,
wives
people
be wanting
faking
to
it.
have
Yeah.
a fashion line and don't know how to do this. It almost was like he had been there too long. He was sick of being there. And I'm finna tell you what I really want to tell you. I remember that episode very, and I ain't seen it in
So,
years.
Leanne, as a
Leanne with the
business person,
shade.
you don't think that Melody is somebody to aspire to be with all the businesses that she seems to be?
Absolutely.
But no, Leanne says she's not. I feel like she is.
I think that Mel is an example of a woman that was willing to risk it all
For reality, yeah.
for not reality TV,
Her 5
but
minutes.
whatever success
Yeah.
was gonna come her way. And I really do, if that's what you want to do, that's what you can do it.
Yeah, we could do it. I think she's one of the few that has used her platform on reality TV
very well.
very well. Yes, she
I
has.
agree with them. And
Yeah.
she had a plan, like from the beginning.
Well, she knew he was already getting his penis sucked somewhere else.
That's
So
why
she
I said when you
"I want the
rewatch
weed."
it, if once you know all of this information and you rewatch it again, you was like, this was this girl playing from the beginning. Because by episode 3, she was talking about this, and Martell was denying it, like, nope, it was just 2 months. She was like, really? She was gonna tell it all. So it makes you feel like she had a plan. She just, y'all got mad at me the last time I said this too. She just got pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't get mad.
I don't think it's a matter of getting mad. I mean, she's smart, so yeah, she needs a plan if she plans on leaving him. And if that was her goal the entire time she agreed to the show, then she worked it well.
Hold on, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. So, what do y'all think about? And then I'll be right back. What do y'all think about them calling Martell the Cougar Tamer? You know who they was talking about, right?
Jalen.
No, Sheree.
Yeah, they were talking about Sheree.
You didn't catch that, Joy.
So how old is Martell? Let me look up his little birthday.
I think he like 40.
I mean, but gosh, Sheree. I think Sheree's a beautiful lady. Of course, Martell is handsome. But the first time I saw the pictures of them dressed up, it looked like a mother-son photo shoot.
Yeah, Sheree.
I don't know why, but his skin. I mean, he just looks like a little boy compared to her.
Yeah, he does.
But they're cute.
It was like Sheree does look good. Ain't nobody denying it.
Right.
But she looks like a fine 52.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
And he looks like a fine 38 and a half or whatever. He looks so much younger. I mean, they still look good together, though. It's just, I don't know.
But he looks obviously younger.
So do y'all think that? Do y'all think that Tish was getting pleasure? Because somebody said this, that she gets pleasure. She likes talking about Mel when it's something that makes Mel kind of look bad. Yeah. But when it's something that makes her look good.
That's the part about her that I don't like. Yeah, I see that a lot. Like, or not a lot, but I see it. Like she talked too much. I mean, just if you think about, she did exactly what she did about the whole marriage, about Sheree, when she was talking to Marsau and was like, I heard he got a little boo thing. She literally said that about Martell when on the very first episode, after the respectable cheating conversation happened at the table, she said the same thing. She said she heard that Martell had a little boo thing. And I was like, what if they weren't ready to talk about that?
Yeah,
She
she
stepped
got
Yeah,
pleasure
she
in
don't
that.
care.
she steps abound, and
Hmm.
in her mind she don't even see anything wrong with it. That's little bitty things like that. And it wasn't like Martell is dating. He dating. It's a dig. I think
Wait a
she
minute, I'm missing stuff.
kind of want to see her a little hurt. I don't understand it.
I missed a
And
quick comment.
and Mel wants to see Tish hurt, and I don't understand it.
What do you think she wants to see her because she walked back and saw how she was like the cheating and the this, and she seemed so happy about it. I still wouldn't want another woman to hurt though.
Um,
Okay, let's see.
I don't really
It said
know.
Tish way has never worked. I
I
hate
don't
it when
like
he
that
says
either.
that.
That
Oh,
was so rude, so demeaning, so disrespectful. And he didn't say it just once. He repeated it, what, 3 or 4
yes.
times? You've never been right, Tish. You're always wrong. You're always wrong.
Now, what do
You
y'all
know, I
think about?
just
Go ahead.
he is so rude and disrespectful, yet likable. It's weird. And she's trying so hard. She practiced all her little words to say,
She
I'm not
does.
jealous, and I'm not. Oh God, it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because he just plays her for a fool.
So, what do
When
y'all
she was
think
in
about
that little red
Martell
conventional dress.
when he went to go talk to Chris? So Melnika's gone, I'm thinking, because he went to Chris for the venue. Doesn't mean Melnika ain't helping no
Oh,
more.
I
What y'all
forgot.
think?
Well, I thought he said that already.
No, I don't think they
Didn't
ever said it. She said it. I don't think he ever said it. She did a
he? Okay.
statement on Instagram, but I don't think it was ever
Oh,
said on the
okay.
show.
I
All right.
forgot. I read a post that I
What
wanted
did he
to
say?
mention. Um, and somebody said, based off of Mel's tweet, where she had made a comment saying that y'all could have told production you ain't want to mess up my vacation, da, da, da,
Mm-hmm.
da. And then somebody had posted it in one of the groups, and a girl wrote, I thought this was so interesting. Um, shoot, I don't forgot what it said. But wait a minute, I got it right here. But
Oh Lord, Joy.
my mind
Was
just
it
went
about Chris?
completely blank.
Was it about Chris?
Oh, she was saying, just like you could have said no about it, interrupting their vacation. They were saying, Tish, that Mel could have said no, I ain't gonna friend him with your cousin Kiki.
That's
Y'all
true
take
too.
digs at
Yeah,
each other. Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
yeah,
Yeah, especially under the hospice of just validating that her own cousin is having an affair.
yeah. That I can see that. But you just left over my Chris statement. With
What was the
Chris,
question?
what do y'all think y'all about him when he said Marsau tried to say we were together all day?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
But we like people ain't talking about that. It's like they skipped over. He was like we was together for 2 hours.
You
Not
know
all
why I
Yeah,
day.
think
we
people
talked
aren't
about
talking
that too.
about it?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
he's always trying to say something and blame it on, not blame, but put somebody else into it without giving all the details. So Tisha won't think he's out there doing something he should be doing. That's just Martell. I mean, that's just Marsau.
Okay, so we
But
know.
you're right. I don't
Marsau
think I've
should
seen
respect
that.
Tisha
Well, I was
because
just
he's
sitting
his
up here
face.
thinking,
No.
I don't think
Tisha
I've
was
seen
together.
one question about that.
He went to
But I
Africa.
think that people talk about this to exhaustion.
Well, I
Like,
That
think
could be it
people think
too.
he's cheating. Like we already know he's cheating. We don't care anymore. It's
yeah.
dead
Yeah.
under the water. We know he went to Atlanta. He was in the bed with somebody else. Why are we gonna talk
And we
about it?
know he spent all those weeks in Africa and he wouldn't alone. Okay. So I think people are just over it.
Yeah, honey, Dondi, I agree. I would not. I don't understand how he went to Africa without his family.
Wakanda forever and ever, including Marsau. I mean, come on. He wasn't alone. And Tisha believed it.
Would y'all want to see Kiki on the show?
She interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing her on the show. Who I would love to see though is more of Stormy and her husband.
So what
What
do you
about
mean
Stormy and
he's
her
playing
husband?
us for a
I
check?
would like to see them a little bit more.
Who's?
Oh,
Yeah, I would too.
Stormy.
would y'all really?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Because y'all want to see how
like
many
it's time.
purses she gives out, coaches, or what?
No, I mean she really
Because she
did.
gonna piss off everybody because she practically already has, and maybe bring her on until we get some new coach bags
No, I'm saying she got
You
so
talking
many.
about Gucci?
You
It's
or
mean
Gucci.
whatever
yes,
it was.
man? She has so many personalities, and she like she real hood. We saw that,
Oh yeah.
but she's real like a flower child too. It's like she has different
Honey, she was taking a
personalities.
bath with a goat in the bathroom with her.
She was. So I mean, she seems like an interesting character, and we probably gonna see her flip out at least once on somebody. I think, and she really is a business person. I think she could handle it. It don't look like Mel want to do this.
Yeah, I think
So
the crazy part about it is Mel can be in like one scene for 5 minutes,
Hmm.
and that's all. People will still talk about her the entire time. Like she don't
Hmm.
even need to be on the screen long.
Hmm.
And if I was her, I would just come for my little 5-10 minutes and be done.
Hmm.
Tiffany and her husband need to go. So Leanne feels like that
Oh
Marcel is
yes, girl,
putting
you ain't
on
lying.
a
so
show
would you
for the
would you
fans.
guys beat Tisha and just play it off like that just for the check? She
Hell
cries
no.
too easily to me. I don't think it's a game for her. It might be something that Marsau
Yeah,
has in his mind. I would never go. So in other words, we're thinking she agreed to play the fool on TV
no.
for the
Not
past
like this.
5 seasons.
No.
I don't. I understand. Listen, if it's only a game if we both playing, and if
Right.
he playing by himself, it ain't a game no more.
Right.
Okay, it's
I
no. He's
definitely.
got to stop. So
Mhm.
let's talk about the last scene, and then I'm gonna let some people in. Why did Marcel have on them hoochie daddy shorts? That
Those was not. They
they
were
was tight.
respectable
You could see his
knees.
butt crack.
Why would you look it?
Cause the camera panned to the his. It was
No,
him
they did.
with his
Joy
glistening
said, "Why
legs.
was you looking, child?"
You can tell that he been using Melody skincare line because his legs be really glistening or Vaseline, one of the
And
two.
he a little bow leg, and I was cracking
Right.
up. I was like, look at little bow leg and Martell.
Did y'all
And
know
here go
that?
my husband. My husband was having me talking about some them dudes be spending too much time up here. He needs to spend time on his leg. I was like, that's what you got.
No, because his pants would really split if he did that to Joy's husband. So no. What do y'all think about Kimmie saying? I love when she said, "Even when we're fractured, we're great." Talking about
Yeah,
the original six.
yeah. I
See
like
at the door. Thank you. That's when you saw his. But you couldn't help it at the door. Thank you, Ron.
I
Red.
missed that whole part, I guess.
Yeah, you was probably crocheting or something. No one knew.
She did not just say crocheting.
Hello,
Hi,
ladies.
Sandy.
I
Hi.
missed you guys.
Sandy is
So
here
good,
today.
good to see you. My concert was on Sunday, so they had a rehearsal tonight. I ain't going for the rest of the year.
Oh,
And it's doubtful if I'll go back for next term. I said, you know what? Y'all rehearse on the night that I have a broadcast. I said, I miss my ladies and being able to participate. So I said, well,
yeah.
Did we
goodness, you
finish talking about Kimmy? I forgot. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, son, Sandy. I just brought in
What?
people in. With her diagnosis. How do you think everybody took her diagnosis? What do y'all think?
well, everybody was sad about that. Now, and although she's supposed to be at the end of her chemo treatment, so we still holding her up in prayer. I like the way everybody responded to that. But I did want to touch base and go away from that and say that Chris, I think, wants to clear the air because Marcel is using him as a scapegoat, okay, to shield to pretend he was with him the whole duration. And Chris is going to blow that up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
I
think he has
wasn't
to
with you the
too,
whole
because of his wife.
Yeah, because
time.
then his wife was probably like, wait a minute. Don't
Hmm.
associate yourself with that because he was caught cheating too, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I would love to see he and his wife on the show. They would be great. I
Yeah.
They
think.
said
I
he
would.
doing. They said he was doing another
His
reality
own
show.
reality, yeah, his own show. I wonder what happened with it.
Oh,
He
I didn't
looks
know he
good.
had another reality show.
He looks good in his suit. His suits don't be too tight like Martell's. I think.
That's because he's so short. He's so cute.
Oh, he
So
love it.
he does he
He's
already
fine.
have a
I
show
don't
or
care
he's
how
working
short
on a
he is,
show?
okay? And he, you know what? I just love his je ne sais quoi, his just debonair self,
He's
the way
nice.
he handles himself, just moves me. I don't know. I mean,
Tori, what was you trying to say? Because I know you be having to go. How long we got, y'all? Okay, we got about 5 more minutes. Tori, you got something
Tori.
to say? Tori. Okay, I don't
Hi,
think.
Tori.
Hey, y'all, hold on. Give me a second. Hold
Okay,
Oh,
so let me
now,
keep on going. What do y'all think about
Monty,
Martell telling Coleslaw that Mel had COVID?
okay.
I
What do y'all
That
forgot.
think?
was out of place. Okay,
I don't
you
understand
know
how.
he always likes to start S storm. Okay, he always puts
I
everything.
don't understand how that is was a bad thing. The issue was the woman is so immature, she blasted the
She
information.
blasted it. That's why it was
But
bad. Yeah.
that's the issue. But it's not because
on. Okay, can I talk now,
if my
ladies? I'm
child
sorry,
went over
y'all. I'm at work.
somebody else and my child got COVID, the first thing I would say was, who was she? Who got COVID? That's a natural first question.
You just say I came to contact with somebody who had COVID. You do not have to name any
Exactly.
names.
And now it's a
You
big
do not.
mystery.
So
Go
And it
ahead, Latoria.
go ahead,
also,
Tori.
Okay, y'all gonna be shocked at me tonight, but
Oh God, I'm scared.
I come to defend Marsau,
No way.
and this is what I got to say.
Okay.
we can't hear her.
Yes, he should have talked to his wife, but at the same time, if you trust your husband, you know ain't nothing going on. I don't understand what was that big about. And then also, why is he now have to keep
You know,
on
coleslaw can't hold
changing
Hold
water.
on,
himself
Sandy.
and
She
his
talking.
feelings because
Oh, I can't hear
his
her.
wife doesn't trust him and she continues to listen to people like us, people who she don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That's unfair to him to constantly be battling us because she chooses to let us in. That's not his problem. That's her problem, and she need to go seek professional help instead of seeking help about their relationship. She need help with her whole entire life because she's a hot delusional mess. So
Oh,
I am defending Marsau tonight because I
really?
am getting to the point where I am tired of Tisha constantly throwing things at this man over and over and over and over, all about what somebody else said or what she feel when she clearly forgets what she did in season 1 and 2 to Mel. But yet when Mel decided to clap back her apart in season 3, it's a problem. Mel haven't
Yeah.
said nothing negative or anything for this season and part of the last season. And yet this is still going on. Oh, she declared my enemy.
The
No
season
one cares
started with
about
her
that.
trying to say her husband was cheating. That was the first episode.
That
The
was
So
a season
thing
4, right?
no,
People saying this is season 5.
no, it's not. Carlos King cleared this
But
up.
that's what everything is saying, though. If
I
you look
know it's saying
everywhere,
that like
yeah,
my DVR isn't, but some DVRs
yeah,
and some publishers saying it's season 5.
yeah.
Carlos King himself said
It's
Oprah
30,
ordered 30
30.
episodes
Mhm.
and they split it in two.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't have a reunion. And it just so happens because of COVID and some other things they couldn't control, they always film like that. That's why sometimes y'all hear me saying the first half of the first season. That's
Mhm.
because they actually filmed that whole thing. It became a hit after it ended, and Oprah ordered more episodes, and they immediately started filming.
And Mel in the interview said this was 4B, like that was 4A,
Right.
and now
This
we're
is
doing
4B.
4B.
Right.
But
That's what
everybody's
Mhm.
that
saying
is.
it's 5.
Yeah.
So what do y'all say about this? Because he was going around, going to her house during COVID time, leaving his wife and a newborn baby to be with Coleslaw when COVID was high. She didn't care about COVID then. So why she care now? I don't think if I had COVID, I wouldn't want if I was not with somebody or if this person was somebody who's horrible to me and who has been horrible to me, I would not want them to know anything about what's going on with me. But that's just me. But I just think he could have said we got in contact with COVID. I was in contact with somebody with COVID. Whatever. Did the kid get COVID? Why did he need to let her know? Did her son get COVID?
That's what you normally do. You've been exposed. And his situation was he know that was exposed to somebody. So what you're supposed to do is I was around you and you had COVID and didn't know it, and you then call me and say, girl, I had COVID at this party. You supposed to say, dang, I just had my son. That I don't know if he has it, but can you watch for X, Y, and Z? That's in my opinion, that's the responsible thing to do.
Right. I've been around somebody. Right. But do you have to say who they are?
No.
Legally, you definitely don't. Legally, you definitely don't. I mean, but I don't think it's an uncommon situation. If it was regarding my child, the first question I would have asked, whether or not you gave it to me, is something else. But my instinct would be, who got COVID?
And then you say, I don't know. I was around a whole bunch of people. I don't know who.
Exactly. Right. Then how you know somebody got a whole bunch of people? My point is, some questions is coming back.
I've asked somebody that before, and that was their exact answer. They got it during Thanksgiving. I said, who did you get it from? He was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not even an uncommon answer. If that's maybe he could have said that, but I'm like, he may not have even been thinking and said male. I don't think that that's an off question and answer. It was that girl is so immature.
Right.
The problem was she then went and put it on the internet.
Like
she's extremely immature, and I have tried to see things through her eyes. But
he wants to keep the mess going.
Who? Martell? I absolutely don't think so.
He's a messy person. He likes to keep the crap going.
I don't think so.
The time.
He may have an issue about her. She needs to move on. It's a situation that he got to see that first.
I have a question. Is he still with Sheree? Do we know?
I heard he wasn't. I don't know how true.
I think he's still dabbling with both of them, to be honest with you.
Melody too?
No,
that boy's I'm talking about coleslaw, okay?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He got the both.
I heard in some posts she put that she's supposed to be moving back home. I don't know how true that is. But
where's her home?
Ohio, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where her license plate said. Remember that red BMW? Those were Alabama plates. That's how they found her real name. Because the picture that
I didn't know there was a new picture. I just thought she took one a while ago. How do we know that was just new?
It wasn't. It was something that she had on her current page. Those two pictures that went viral initially, those were on her Instagram page. Ariane's. You can, if you go back to the picture.
No, somebody said, I think so. Kimmie just took a pic with Sheree, and I was trying to say, was that an old pic or a new pic?
Oh, girl, I don't know. Y'all done took me down a rabbit hole.
Sorry.
But no, that's probably, I don't know if it was old or new, but Sheree was in Huntsville a lot. That last leg. We know it was the same time that Funky Dineva was it Funky Dineva?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who was that who came at it was somebody.
It was him.
Yeah, they were all there around the same time because they had pictures with him. Somebody else was there from it wasn't Scott and what's her name either. They were at Black.
They were Black. That's when he told her that Wanda need to get out her business.
Oh, okay. They must be airing. They must be airing this in backwards then. You hear me?
Y'all hear me now?
There you go. What you saying, Tori?
Okay. I just got one more thing, a question for all of y'all. How did y'all feel about Martell trying to defend Marsau about, the fans and people talk about the cheating and things when he the one that brought that man out, talking about the man was cheating with 20.
Yes, when he was talking to Chris.
All of it.
Yeah, that's why I think he's trying to talk good about him now. He's trying to make up for his downfall. He's getting out the man's business.
I thought it was funny. That's it. I just wanted to know what y'all was thinking.
Do we have anything else? Leanne, what else you got to say? I know she's a fan of Martell.
Montique is funny.
Jordan has my phone, so I don't know any more questions. Are we done with everything else?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Welcome back, Sandy. What's it been?
Well,
4 weeks?
thank you. I too
Long
long,
time.
girl. I missed
Yes.
you. I just was chafing at the bit. I gotta get back. I gotta get back.
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to do Potomac next. So if y'all want to stay with us, please do.
Okay.
If you want to know anything about Chatter Up, there's our QR code. Just scan that, and you can follow us on everything social media wise. Yes. Okay. Anything else, ladies?
No.
Thank you for the welcome back,
All
guys.
right. We will be back in 2 and 2. You say 2 and 2.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
How do I get out of here? Okay. We still live. We still live. She ain't closed us out.
She ain't closed out. I'm trying.
No, we just leaving. You want me to end it? I'll end it. Peace. That's so funny.